And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is Beemer Day today.
Woohoo!
Hey, it's Beemer and Dan today. Now, Ann is in the she's Saint some island.
It starts with an L.
St. Lucian.
Yeah,
Lucian Island.
It's in the Caribbean, and she's underwater, trying not to get stung by a jellyfish.
I wonder how it's going. You know that she did tell me that she was going to omit all social media while she was gone. Oh. She didn't want to deal with any of that.
You know, sometimes she'll send us a little something.
Yeah, she hasn't. I wonder if, she's not been,
It's only Tuesday. You think she was a victim of a shark attack?
I don't know. Maybe her husband's the shark. I don't know.
Okay.
You know,
good morning,
she goes out twice a year on these diving expeditions. I think she's looking for a new place to live.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, why is she not down in Bali?
Is that a good place?
I don't know. People buy homes there. I don't know if it's a good place. I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah. If I went to a place like that, I want to make sure that I was away from everyone. I don't want anybody to bother me while I'm out there. You know, a lot of people go to, what's the name of the place? It's on that little peninsula. One of those places.
I know where the peninsula is. Are we Florida? Should we say Florida? It looked like you drew Florida in the air.
This way.
I don't know.
One of those things.
Italy? No.
Yeah.
What is that, a hook?
Cancun or someplace. I don't know.
Down there. Okay.
Down in that area.
Yeah. Well, Cabo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's too.
That's where Sammy Hagar lives, isn't it?
Oh, I'd like to go hang out at his Cabo Wabo Cantina. Anyway, it's too commercialized. Those places.
Yeah, well,
you got to get out of town.
You got to get away.
You got to get somewhere where there's some palm trees and a little breeze,
a little beach,
and a little Restless Heart playing.
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, you got to have electricity. So if you have electricity, then you're part of the grid.
Oh, I've got the power.
You're gonna sit on a bicycle and generate electricity.
You know, I was thinking that the other day. Are we getting older and arthritic up that we're going to be sitting in a chair, pumping the pedals like on a bike with our hands just to get
mobility going?
Yeah, you know, and that's why I go outside after I leave here. Yesterday I planted like 4 plants.
Yeah.
I'm working on that little planter area.
Mm-hmm.
I get outside and do something, and if I'm tired, I sit down.
Yeah.
But it's so nice outside.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I wear my underwear out there?
You wear your underwear out there?
I
would hope so.
They're just like shorts.
Okay.
They're exactly like cotton shorts.
How far are you off the road?
Oh, well,
the dirt road?
Hey, if you drive by my house and look in my yard, you can see me.
Oh.
Because my neighbors wave. And I got great neighbors. They look at my house every time. Not to see me out there in my underwear.
Yeah.
But they check my house. Because we live way out.
Well, yeah,
2 miles down the dirt road.
Neighbors always do that.
Yeah, it's great. So they'll wave and stuff.
Yeah, in your underwear?
Yes. Because I don't care.
Okay.
It's just me and the dog.
Well, I would assume that your neighbors don't stop by much. That's the guy in the underwear. Let's keep going.
That's that freaky dude that lives down there by the low water slab.
Anyway, just want to let everyone know that this show is sponsored by, our antics are sponsored by Stone Bank. And we are appreciative of that. And also, spend your morning or afternoons at Runaway Mountain Coaster and enjoy a buy one, get one free ticket while the supplies last, all the way up till March 31st. You can stretch your spring break dollar with a buy one, get one free ticket from 10 to noon, and then again from 3 to 5, Monday through Friday. This deal is only from Monday through Friday.
Right.
But you can find out more information about that, and you can even buy tickets at runawaybranson.com/spring break. And remember, that's where your buy one, get one free tickets are.
Too bad they're not. They weren't there when my kids were growing up. I would have sent them out there.
Yeah.
I would have, because it's a ride by yourself coaster.
Yes.
And I said, get on that thing.
Yeah.
And have them go. They're either going to be laughing going up that hill or they're going to be crying. One of the two. I know, you know.
Well, you can always strap one in.
Right. And the thing is that that's fun. That would be fun for me to send one of the kids up there. And right. So that'd be my own enjoyment, not for the child. Well, and I would gladly pay buy one, get one to send one of my kids up on that.
Yeah. I took my granddaughter to a haunted house one time.
Yeah.
And she was petrified, screaming, and she was crying. And I was so afraid for her that I was going to go backwards and to get out of there.
Yeah, and how can you, though?
Yeah, well, you can't. They want you to go one direction. And they said, well, you're almost done. Go ahead and take her out. I took her out and I said, I am so sorry that I did this to you. She was like 7 or 8. And she goes, oh, no, let's go again.
Because you don't know.
Yeah,
right?
You don't know.
Yeah, they may be panicked, but by the time I know, we were on one of the wooden car
roller
tracks.
Coasters?
No, the wooden tracks.
Tracks, okay.
Yeah. And I was with my late wife's granddaughter. My brother was in town with his son, and we were racing, the cars, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she started panicking and freaking out and crying. And I had to go into the center, slow lane and drive real slow.
Yeah, okay.
And said, what are you crying about? Blah, blah. My brother's all looking at me.
Yeah.
Looking at me. And he's all, dude, what happened? We were going. I said,
she's
crying.
having them, yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Was she okay afterwards?
Yeah.
She had fun, didn't she?
I think she wanted to drive after that. I think that's the thing.
That's it.
Yeah. Who likes to be a passenger on a fun, exciting ride?
Yeah, really. Anyway, that was exciting. Okay, now.
I could talk a lot about nothing.
Sure you can.
Yeah, and they pay me for it, too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought that you were doing this just for therapy. I talked to your therapist the other day.
That's tomorrow.
He said he's a challenge. He is pushing my pH and D.
I'm a challenge to myself. It's okay. Try living in this.
Well, no, I would think not. not for me.
You're so supportive.
I am supportive in a strange way. Anyway, we got some great weather today. Increasing clouds with a high near 75 degrees. Woo! That's good. Partly cloudy tonight, low 48. Wednesday, high 73. I don't see rain until later on in the week, but Wednesday night looks like a low of 50, and then Thursday, 20% chance of showers moves into the area with maybe some thunderstorms could be possible before 1 p.m., and then mostly sunny with a high near 79. And then Thursday night, high 50s. Ooh, got a little cold there. High 57 for the high. And then, no, that's the low. I'm sorry. High 79 on Thursday, and the low Thursday night, 57. You want to fill us in on the rest of the week?
Where are we going?
We're on Friday.
Friday, slight chance of showers. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Especially after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it looks like the morning's good. High near 73, 40% as it increases for Friday night with I need some more coffee. With an overnight, I tried to be a weatherman. With an overnight low of 59. Saturday, yeah, we got a slight chance. No big deal. We do need a little rain.
We do.
High near 78 for Saturday. Looking at Sunday, we're 77. I will take this sunny and 75. I will take a few clouds. It helps people get outside. Yeah. Because spring is here. You notice everything's starting to turn green?
Yeah, I know.
Like that. It's like,
yeah.
So yeah, that's why I prepped beforehand.
Well, you don't have a garden. You said you didn't.
No, but I've got a couple buckets, and I'm going to run some tomatoes this year.
Okay. Well, I've got an implement on my tractor that tills.
Ah.
It kind of turns the ground. So I turned the garden this year. So we're gonna plant some things.
Good. Yeah. Make sure you bring some of those things into work.
Some of those things
that you grow.
You want the plants or the produce from the plants?
I want the produce.
Yeah.
I'm not begging you, but
yeah, and I'm not sure, but I think the farmers and artisans market is going to be open if they're not already.
I think it's April.
Is it April?
Yeah. I want to say. I mean, I was kind of looking because.
Yeah, we usually get a notification from them.
Yeah, and okay. I don't know if they're going to run a Tuesday, Saturday, or just Saturday.
Yeah, we were talking with. Yes,
her
we
name?
Were talking. Yes, yeah. That's her. Yeah,
I remember her name. I can see her face.
Yes. Anyway, we were talking with her, and she said that she's they're discussing some of the scheduling, so they may or may not do some of the things they did last year. So we'll find out. And they're gonna allow milk this year.
What? People are bringing in unprocessed.
They have
straight from the teat.
Yeah. Find out all about that.
I love good. I used to work on a dairy farm out of high school.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I just take a gallon a day.
Did you milk by hand or
no? They
machines?
Had That's all you hear.
All you did is put the.
I got sound effects down. That's the sound of the tube on the teat.
Can you do a spaceship bulkhead collapsing under space pressure?
There you go.
Okay.
How's that? I can do a MRI machine, but I'm not going to do it today.
The only problem.
Maybe sometime this week I will do the MRI machine.
Okay. I was just going to complain about that sound effect. You can't hear anything in space.
I I don't know that. Look, that's where my brain's at. Jeez Louise.
I got you on that one. You want a sucker on that one. Okay, let's do some topic to ponders.
Oh, you got...
I've got them there.
Oh, is this... Okay, I see you've got number 2.
Yeah, you ready?
Is this... Yeah.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
You can go ahead and read it if you'd like.
Here's our topic to ponder. Are you someone who vacations for relaxation, or is it all about the adventure? You know what? I got to split it right down the middle.
Okay.
Sir, I don't go on a vacation just to lay out or sit and not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you do some of that. But, man, if you're going somewhere, whether you've been there before or you've never been, you got to get out and be adventurous. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some people just want to just get on an airplane, get there, and then get to the beach. Yeah. That's all they want to do.
I usually go where family or fun is.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't do vacations purely for relaxation. It's got to be a little of both.
I like the adventure more than anything. I like the going, and I like the coming back. And when I get there, I like to see what's there.
Yeah.
But as far as the relaxation, I don't get relaxation out of a vacation. I don't think. I don't go there to relax.
But it helps your psyche.
Well, it does.
Right? And it relaxes your whole mental state because you're not at work. You're not doing your routine at home. It's all different, and it's like you're elevated. You're like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And then if you go do cool stuff on the adventure, right, doesn't that help your whole psyche?
Yeah. I remember I did go on I went on a 10-day vacation one time, and it was so good that I actually forgot what day it was. And people say, well, that's no big deal, but it is for me because I go from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Yeah,
right. When our life is so regimented.
Yeah.
And then you go somewhere and you're like relaxed and doing stuff that you want to do, and psyche.
Yeah.
Helps your psyche.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's our question for today. The topic to ponder is, are you someone who vacations for relaxation, or is it all about the adventure? And go to our Facebook page at Around the Table and give us your answer. We'd appreciate it. You know, we've got a guest coming in right after the break, Glenn Redding, and then also Boone County Sheriff Roy Martin. They're going to be here to talk about the Boone County Jail Sunset Clause. I know a little bit about it, but I'm going to let them talk some.
Okay, good, because I don't know anything about it.
Well, there's something that ends this year, and they need support to keep it going, I think.
Okay.
So I think that's what it's all about. We'll find out all about that, but right now we're going to do some Today in History.
Oh, here we go.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Military marches were played over nationwide radio shortly after a coup began against President Isabel Perón. Mrs. Perón was detained by the military last night.
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, it does not. I don't know. I don't see a Mrs. Perón on my sheet.
Okay, well, let's just read this one. 60 years ago today, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. led 25,000 marchers to Montgomery, Alabama's state capitol to demand voting rights for blacks. And I think I didn't upload those, so we'll just have to read these today.
You know what? It's Bob Ross Radio.
It is.
There's no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
We had a little happy little accident.
Yeah, we have those every day.
Okay.
You want to go with number 2? Oh, you don't even have them in there.
I do. Go ahead. Do number 2.
All right, 35 years ago, an arson fire raced through a Bronx, New York social club, killing 88 people. The club had no fire exit. The district attorney there said the arsonist had ignited gasoline at the front door. Wow. And
wow.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
And it says in 1911 there was another New York City fire. 146 people perished in the Triangle Shirtwaist Company.
Triangle Shirtwaist.
They were making T-shirts.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm going to assume.
Let's assume that.
Yeah, let's assume it.
And then back in 1999, 26 years ago today, President Clinton told the nation NATO had begun its bombing campaign against Yugoslavia in a bid to end ethnic cleansing in Kosovo.
I don't know why. All they do is fight. All they do is fight over there.
Yeah,
1999, 26 years ago. Let's see. From 2018, 7 years ago, 60 Minutes broadcast an interview with adult film actress Stormy Daniels in which she described being warned to keep silent about the alleged encounter with Donald Trump in 2006.
That's over.
It is. It's way
way over.
Way over. All right.
All right. 2021, 4 years ago today, Jessica Walter, whose roles included a scheming matriarch on TV's Arrested Development and a stalker in the film Play Misty for Me, died at the age of 80. CBS News chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett had more about this.
She passed away. Do you remember that movie, Play Misty?
Do.
Who was in that? Who was her?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he was a disc jockey.
Yeah, he was.
And that's why we call listeners psycho listeners.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, always. But I'm a psycho myself. There's various levels of psycho. But you'll get people that will call on the phone, especially in a big city, and they request songs like "Play Misty for Me," and then they're like outside the front door, and then all of a sudden
think that you're in love with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So you don't really pick up people on the request line. I heard that from a friend. I've been doing this for 32 years. Okay. I heard a lot of stuff from friends.
Okay. All right. All right. We got a birthday cut. Apollo 13 astronaut James Lovell was born on this day in 1928. He is 97 years old today.
He's so old I don't even remember he was an astronaut.
He was an astronaut, yeah.
Happy birthday today to activist and journalist Gloria Steinem, born March 25th, 1934. She's 91. Leader of the women's liberation movement in the late 60s and 70s.
And it's Elton John's birthday today.
Hey! Saturday night's all right for fighting. Gonna get me a belly full of beer.
He's 78.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Oh, there's all music with this.
I know. Goodbye Yellow
Brick Road.
That's one of his hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great musician.
Yes.
Oh, me!
It's your turn.
Actress Marcia Cross, happy birthday, 63 today. She was nominated for 3 Golden Globes for her performance on Desperate Housewives.
Never saw that. Never watched it. Anyway, another birthday cut. Actress Sarah Jessica Parker was born on this day in 1965. She's 60 today. She played Carrie Bradshaw on Sex and the City.
I never watched that either.
I never watched that either.
A lot of ladies like that show.
Yeah.
But I get it because there was 3 or 4 women that ran the place.
And the last one?
Oh, auto racer Danica Patrick, 43. She's the most successful woman in IndyCar racing and NASCAR. Huh. Well, she was the only one that did anything good, but she was a great race car driver.
Yeah, she was.
I loved her in the Indy, and then she was doing some commentary.
Right.
So
she quit, and then she went
retired.
to NASCAR, and then she went back to Indy for a while, and then I think she's done.
Yeah.
She was the GoDaddy sponsor. Yeah.
Yes, GoDaddy. That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Glenn Redding and also the Boone County Sheriff Roy Martin about the Boone County Jail Sunset Clause. There's a clause. Somebody wrote this clause, and we're going to talk about it.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out in just a few minutes. Stick around, stay with us. You're listening to Around the Table, Dan and Ann, with Beemer guest hosting this week. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan.
You can say anything you want, Sheriff. He's got a gun.
Joining us in the studio today is Glenn Redding, directly across from me, and also sitting next to him is Boone County Sheriff Roy Martin. Welcome to the show, guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
And I guess we need to talk about the county budget for a little bit, don't we?
We can.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, let's do.
I happen to luck out, I guess, bad luck. But I'm sure the finance committee.
Oh, boy.
And have been for a
Somebody said, who would like to do that? And everybody stepped backward
That's
one
exactly
step.
what happened. You know,
And
I said,
you-
I've done it. Who'd like to do it this year? And there was nobody.
Well, you should have kept your hand on somebody's back and pushed them.
Those guys that nominated me, and
Yeah.
you know, that means they got some trust in me. And
Oh,
I
good.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But we've got a good quorum.
Well, things are coming up, and we need to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I want to brag on the sheriff though. He's got 116 average prisoners a day in that county jail. But he
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was that much. 116.
A day.
Are you
day.
maxed? Are you maxed out?
No, our max is 149.
Okay.
We can hold 149, but that would have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
So many females, and believe it or not, we've got some down there who don't get along
Huh.
together.
I'm
so
so-
we've got to kind of split them up. But yeah, 149 is our
Okay.
total capacity, but probably realistic, you're probably looking at 135, 140, something like that.
Has it ever been that high?
Right, it's I think the highest I've seen it's in the 130.
Okay.
Somewhere in the 132
Wow.
or something like that.
That's a lot of people down there.
lot of
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
think
was
it was that much.
I was just curious because you did that building a few years ago, you know, to add the beds and stuff. So anyway, I was just curious.
Well, see, we were fortunate enough to be able to ask for a tax from the community, which is 0.025% 20 years ago. And they
Point
voted for that.
point 025.
0.025.
Okay, it's not
yeah.
1.25.
No, 0.025. And that's a quarter of a penny. Okay? And so you don't hardly see it, and everybody pays.
And that money goes directly to the jail.
Yes, that's
To the expense of the
specifically
jail.
for law enforcement purposes, mainly for the county jail, for operation, for additions or whatever. And that's kind of, I guess that's how we added on to the jail.
It was. That was money that had set back when we, that's when we added the beds. Probably opened them a couple of years ago. That was all during COVID. Well, and that really was some hard times for everybody to try to get through that, the construction and everything. But, yes, that's where that money come from. And when we opened them, they were paid for. That addition was paid for.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
So it's a very worthwhile tax.
And
I mean, you know.
it used to bring in about 1.2 million, and it used to cost us about 1.2 million to run the jail. Well, as times go
Well,
on,
I can tell you things have cost a lot more in the last 5
it's
years.
costing us about 2.2 million. And
Yeah.
we're bringing in about 2.2 million on that tax. So
Okay.
it kind of offsets it. If we didn't have that, it'd have to come out of the general fund.
Well, what do you spend at the end of that term? I mean, what do you spend if you bring in 1.2 million? How much do you spend?
We bring in about 2.2.
2.2.
And we spend 2.2. That's
Oh,
what it
you
costs.
okay?
That's what it costs to
Our
operate the
total
jail.
budget down there, and administrative end and jail end's about 5.5 million.
Yeah.
And it takes about 2.5 million to run the jail. We've got 26
Okay.
employees. It takes a lot of food.
Oh yeah.
And of course, we be as we try to be the best we can with the money that we get. We try to our guys at the company that is our vendor for food.
Yeah.
We just have to feed so many calories to the prisoners a day. So they set.
Oh,
all
that's
that.
that.
So
That's
we feed them
okay.
as cheap as we can, and still give them what they're required to have.
So is that regulated? How many calories
Oh,
they
yeah,
need?
it's regulated. You bet.
Okay.
He served 9,744 meals last year. Oh no, wait, that was
That's a
That was a
month.
month.
That's
That
a
was
month.
in February. All right.
Okay.
It cost. He's got a price down to $1.27 a meal. And he but now for the whole month of February it was $12,400.
Yeah.
So you're talking well over $100,000
Yeah.
a year just on feeding prisoners.
Yeah.
So Doge wouldn't have any effect on your department.
What would?
Doge.
Dose.
The Department of whatever.
The Elon Musk.
No.
Yeah. They wouldn't have any effect on your department.
There's federal funds for that. No, the county.
He would probably shake his head and say, "You guys need some help."
Yeah.
And Roy and I were talking out there a minute ago, and Roy said we're really fortunate because we keep everything by state law in Arkansas. Our county cannot be in the red. We can't run a deficit like the nation can.
Oh, okay.
We always say, why can't the nation do that? We do it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
run black every year. We can only budget 90% of what we have come in. And we run a $24 million budget through the quorum court every year. $12 million is dedicated funds. Some of those are federal or state funds that come in, and they're dedicated just for specific county agencies. Now, the other funding is, they're both about $12 million a year. The dedicated funds are, and what we budget through the quorum court is about $12 million a year. So it's a total of $24 million. It's quite a bit of money for Boone County, but it's, it costs so much to operate Boone County and with the employees that we have.
Now this sunset clause, is this coming up this year? That means that this whole thing will change?
No, it doesn't expire until the end of 2026.
Oh, 26,
so
okay.
we have to vote on it during 26. And
Okay.
then it'll take effect in 27. So, but we've got to get a conclusion to it, or we're going to be reaching into the county general fund, which means we're going to have to cut out other funds in order to pay for the county jail.
Well,
Now, it's at some point the people of Boone County will have to vote on this. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll have to have it in an election, either a special election or on the November ballot in 2026. I think and Roy's told me several times, he believes the community
Oh, yeah, I
will
think
support
the
it.
community will step up.
Yeah.
They always have. They always have.
Right, and it's how many years have you had this? 20 years. So basically, you just want to roll it over and take out the sunset clause
That's it.
terminology.
Is that what you want to do?
The verbiage. Yeah, and then boom, then we don't have to worry about it anymore. You've got your money. The jail operates like it's supposed to, in the black.
Yeah.
And it's all, and it's a quarter of a penny.
Why was it set up this way with the sunset clause? Just to
make sure we got the vote, because we were afraid,
Okay.
People don't, when they hear tax, they think
They think
it's
it's-
going to cost
yeah.
thousands of dollars out of their pocket. And a lot of them didn't understand that this wasn't a tax on their property or their real estate.
Right.
That this is a tax that's collected every time something's purchased in Boone County, and it doesn't matter where in Boone County. And that tax is specific for the jail, and that it's only a quarter of a penny. You don't even see it.
right.
But it does a world of good because it almost pays equal out with what it costs us to operate the county jail.
Yeah.
Sheriff's budget's totally different than the county jail, and most of that comes out of our general.
But the people have seen this in action for the last 20 years, so they know that it's working. It's not being the funds aren't being used for nefarious things.
No, tell them about the tornado that we had, Roy.
Yeah, well, I want to hit one more thing on that food. One way that we try to keep the meal costs down. Of course, we have a big garden every year. We have two big gardens we have, and also we're set up with a guy over in eastern Arkansas that raises sweet potatoes. We get about 6,500 pounds of sweet potatoes a year from him, and we freeze all that stuff, and then we serve that too. So any way we can save the taxpayers money, that's what we try to do.
Well, that's some healthy food then if it's not processed.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
So if you don't like sweet potatoes, don't commit a crime.
I like sweet potatoes.
Don't commit a crime if anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna-
not want them every day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be just regulated to my calorie count, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get in any trouble. I like to eat.
Yeah.
We've got a really good community, though. And
Yeah.
Boone County is great. The law enforcement in the
Yeah.
county and the city is good. They work together hand in hand. And it's just amazing how well things function.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
do a good job.
Well,
That-
I
that-
want to brag on our quorum court
Okay.
a little bit, and the county judge. I was going to hit just a little bit on the tornado. We
Okay,
had
yeah.
May the 27th, we had about $500,000 worth of damage
Yeah.
to the jail. But the quorum court, the county judge, everybody got together, and we probably got about 90% of that finished. We had to do a new roof. We had to replace all our air conditioners. We had our CID section got a lot of water damage.
Yeah, that hit right smack dab on top of
It did.
that area.
It did.
Yeah.
And we was real fortunate for the whole community. We just had the one fatality.
Yeah.
We had to send a child to Little Rock, but besides that, besides just property damage, we come out pretty good as far as not losing any lives or just the one.
And because it was declared a disaster, we're able to recover some funds from FEMA.
Yeah.
So that's going to help the county because we did spend $400,000 to $500,000, but we'll get back a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's slow.
Yeah, slow getting money back.
It's a slow process.
Well, that's the federal government. They want you to be in the red all the time, or be in the black all the time. But they, anyway.
Well, and that tornado, I drive that way every day, so you couldn't really tell just by looking that the jail would. No, you could not. No. And then you sit here and explain everything that would just torn off. Because you guys sit low right there, so boom, and those houses and those. I mean, it was just wow. Wow, but you wouldn't think of looking at the jail that it got that much damage. But man, you got to keep people there safe and comfortable.
Governor Sanders came up and toured the jail with the sheriff, and with Judge Hathaway, and Senator King was out there, and State Representative Ron McNair, and we had a lot of people come up to look at the damage to see what Boone County had, and then of course, like I said, it was declared a disaster area, which helped us with FEMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. So we just need to kind of like make people aware of what's going to happen about this sunset clause when it comes up to vote. Let's vote it out.
No.
I mean, let's vote the sunset clause out.
But vote for that tax. Yeah. Because it doesn't hurt. It's the softest tax I've ever seen, and it really benefits the Boone County Jail.
Yeah, I'm going to use that. Oh, it's just a soft tax.
Nobody likes to hear that word, and we don't either on the quorum court, and the sheriff doesn't either. But you have to have it to have something.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. The thing about it is, if you don't have that, I mean, if we don't want, we've had that sunset in there since we started. If we can get that removed, then the sheriff's on down the road and the quorum court members and the county judges, they always know that money's going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that they don't have to worry
about. It costs the taxpayers to have an election, even if it's just a special election and that's all that's on there. It still costs us thousands of dollars. Yeah. So we don't want to do that.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming in. Anything else you'd like to add or talk about the quorum court a little bit? Or
no, I appreciate y'all having us down here today, and you're always here to listen to us, and we know that you're here for us, and you support Boone County, you support the sheriff, you support the quorum court, and we appreciate that.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Thank you all very much.
Good seeing you.
All right, good seeing you.
We're going to take another break, guys, and when we come back, we'll have more for you from around the table. Stay with us.
KHOZ.
And welcome back to Around the Table. I've got a little ragweed in my throat this week, I think. So, sorry about the...
I noticed you hitting the... I know. I'll hit the mic if I'm going to, spew out some phlegm.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nobody wants to hear that.
We've got... where
are we at?
We are... I was going to mention again the Boone County Jail...
Sunset clause.
Sunset clause.
It's the verbiage they want out.
Yes.
They want the tax that's been there for 20 years to stay the same at 1/4 cent, and we've had it all along, and that will make the jail not have to. They won't have to think about it. It'll always be.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
No, it'll always be there.
But it's just like one of those things where you're constantly looking at your bank account, and you go, it's going to get to zero at some point.
Right, and you want to have.
And you
want to
have something in there all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it would be nice. I made the comment, you don't need Doge down there. When you're in local, municipal and small town government, you're always under the thumb of somebody.
Oh yes.
And you can't. I mean, it happens. People do go and inappropriate money and spend it and steal and that kind of stuff.
Right.
It happens.
Yes, it does.
But I don't see where they would.
Yeah, no, and I think this will be fine.
Yeah,
they do a good job down there.
Anyway, that'll be coming up probably next year sometime to vote on, and we'll revisit that at some point, I'm sure.
We probably should have them back.
We've got an event that's coming up. Everyone's invited to the 5th Saturday Community Sing-In.
Oh.
You should join this.
I'm not. I only sing here, and it's a wonder I have any listeners.
Bring your musical instruments, songs, poetry, or testimonies for the time of worship and praise to the Lord Saturday, March the 29th at 1 p.m. The Ark PCG.
Oh, it's right up the road.
Yeah, it's 3598 Highway 65 North, right here in Harrison. Bring finger foods. It's optional if you want to share your fellowship following the singing session. If you want more information with that, you can call 573-480-9910.
You have to have finger foods if you're going to sing.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's happening this Saturday.
All right.
I've got a couple things. You know that 23andMe, it's kind of like Ancestry.
Yeah, I did that once.
Did you do the 23andMe or did you do the Ancestry?
The 23andMe.
Okay. Do you know that they've declared bankruptcy?
Well, I got my genealogy out of them.
You got your genealogy out of it, but your records are still on their website.
Oh.
Now, if you send a saliva sample to figure out whether your great parents and where they came from, or know someone who did, you are going to want to hear this information.
All right.
The genetic testing firm 23andMe announced it is filed for bankruptcy, and the CEO has stepped down. The company fired a bunch of people last fall and paid over $30 million to users after securing after a security breach. So somebody broke into their system. Attorney General is urging users to delete all the data because who knows where it might end up. And there's places where you can, if you just text delete my data on 23andMe, it'll show you how to do that.
Oh, okay.
So that might be a good idea to get it off their website.
I might try, or you know me, I don't care.
Yeah, what kind of information do you have that's important?
None. Zero.
There's this would be the world's worst nightmare for a traveler.
Yeah, and do they get in any trouble for that, or is it just a oops?
United Airlines pilot forgets his passport.
A flightmare.
Yeah, it turns. He had to turn the plane around. Well, it's not a big deal. You would think, oh, he just took off. He's just going to do a fly around.
No. Because you got to dump all that fuel. They were going from L.A. to Shanghai.
Yeah, and this was 2 hours into the flight.
Oh man, I bet you they didn't even get their drinks yet.
Could you imagine? I mean, they're going to, where were they going?
Shanghai.
So
they're going across the Pacific Ocean.
How many hours is that? 10 hours?
Easy,
10 hours. 12 hours.
I flew to Taiwan going to Australia. And
that's 24 hours, wasn't it?
Well, right. We had to stop in Taiwan to get gas.
Yeah.
But a light came on. Okay, and we had just taken off.
A light came on where?
In the cockpit.
Yeah,
and they had to turn the plane around.
What was the light for?
Oh, who knows? Something. It was probably yellow. And
Toilet
not
was
red.
full.
Yeah. What? That's a thing.
It's a thing.
But yeah, we turned around. I gave him my drink order.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then we're turning around. It's like 11 at night. Oh. Yeah, you got to dump all that fuel in the ocean to land.
Really?
And it says he flew to his home. I flew to my home in San Francisco. So they left L.A.
Oh, he left it at his house?
So we flew to San Francisco. Everybody got a $15 food voucher. Gee,
for
thanks.
2 no, it's 2 hours back, and it's 2 hours to get to the point where we had to turn around. So it's 4 hours added to
plus the hour
plus
to
the
dump
fuel.
the
He had to
fuel,
dump the fuel, and he had
yeah.
to fill the tank back up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I'd like to be some dolphins down there.
Yeah. It's United, so hopefully you don't have this pilot if you're flying United.
I'm flying out of Springfield in May, but I'm flying Allegiant.
Yeah, you get a lot of that.
Here's get in, sit down, and shut up.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we're here. Get up, shut up, get up.
I don't understand why airlines always don't have enough money. I don't know what they do to not have enough money. I mean, everything is full all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you never get a seat.
And they
next
charge
to
for
empty.
everything. I don't think any of them don't let you get on without charging for baggage.
Southwest just started.
Yeah, they started that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. Look, as long as I get there, leave here and get there, I'm good.
Well, there's a mystery about a shark, a rare shark. A marine mystery has been solved.
Oh.
In 2023, scientists researching the endangered short fin mako shark saw a shark with a hat on their monitoring system and were confused. I would think, oh, here's a new species. Upon closer inspection, they found that the hat was actually an octopus who had hitched a ride on top of the mako shark's head. Dubbed the Sharktopus. Surprised scientists followed their pair for as long as they could. It turned out that he had only been there about 10 minutes since the short fin makos swim over 45 miles an hour. So
you'd think with 8 tentacles you could hang on. Hang on! We're going for a ride!
Yeah, those suction cups too, man.
I can't drive 55, but I can do 45.
I can do 45.
Could you imagine the octopus all just its head hanging in the back like a parachute dragon?
Why was he there?
Parasites.
You think so?
Yeah, there's something good on the shark.
Oh, and their mouth is underneath their body,
yes, their
right?
mouth. Yes.
So he had chomped down on something. Yeah.
Imagine if the shark got a beak in the head.
Yeah. And this is the kind of story you would love right here.
Which one?
The one where you, odd reasons to visit the ER for $1,000.
Okay.
Did you read this one?
No, no.
Here we go. File this under medical marvels. A man and his girlfriend were making a TikTok video when they wanted to see if their entire hand could fit in the other person's mouth. Oh, brother.
Yeah,
so she tried it on him.
Yeah.
And his jaw locked up.
Nice.
And she couldn't get her hand out. Okay, which ended up, of course, in the ER. It took doctors 20 minutes and several muscle relaxers injected into his mouth to free her up. Now he's going to think twice if anyone ever offers him a knuckle sandwich.
Hey, let me try to fit my hand in your mouth. Really? Yeah, here, hold my beer.
As far as a society, I think we've kind of stooped as low as we could, don't you think?
Wow.
In doing stuff like this.
Wow. That's yeah. I mean, and how old actually were they?
Doesn't say.
And was there alcohol involved?
They may have been seniors.
And several injected muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Into his jaw.
Why didn't
afterwards?
Okay.
All right.
They're probably going to be on TV soon.
Well, I'm sure that's why you do these things, right?
To get on Untold Stories of the ER.
Yeah. Anyway,
I stay out of that area.
Swiss Town is sending people to museums when they get sick.
Why?
Well, this is the same reason why you like to take your vacations for the mental release.
Okay, the psyche.
It says, are you feeling stressed, sick, or sad? Well, go check out some art. Doctors in a small Swiss town are offering museums prescriptions for patients who could use a pick-me-up. And if it works, officials might expand the program to theater or dance. A 2019 World Health Organization report found that the the arts are actually good for your mental health and can even slow down cognitive decline.
Huh.
So there you go.
You know, I got a actual written prescription from my doctor in Mountain Home to go fish in his pond.
Really?
He wrote it up and he told me where he lives. Just walk down there and go fishing.
Wait,
you just need to go de-stress.
Okay, so you were under stress?
Yeah, apparently so.
Did it help?
That guy was married. Did I say that?
You just said that.
I was married with children.
No guy in public is going to agree with that.
I don't care. I'm not married now.
Oh boy.
I'm not like that, Dan, and you know it.
I know you're not. You're trying to push a persona.
That's right. I'm all about the shock value of my comments.
I believe you are.
Yeah.
Being shocked into a value, we need to let people know that this segment is brought to you by Stone Bank, and they're right here in Harrison, Arkansas. And I have to do this before the end of the show, and we need to spend your morning or afternoons at Runaway Mountain Coaster and enjoy a buy one, get one free ticket. This is running through March 31st. Stretch your spring break dollar with a buy one, get one free ticket from 10 to noon, and then again from 3 to 5, Monday through Friday. This offer is going on till the 31st. You can go to runawaybranson.com/spring break to buy the tickets and to find out more information.
What a great thing for spring break.
Yeah,
a little something that don't cost you a whole heck of a lot of money. You get a ticket for free if you're buying one, and who doesn't like roller coasters?
Absolutely.
Right?
We're going to take a break on that note, and we'll be back with more antics, crazy antics from Dan and Beemers. Stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back. we're strategizing on how to sell Beemer's house.
Yeah, it's for sale. It's in Searcy County, outside of Pendle, 2 miles down a dirt road.
It's isolated.
It is isolated. There's deer and antelope play there.
It's for a young couple probably that wants to be a little secluded.
You know, it's got a big master suite.
Ooh.
Yeah, master closet, bath,
Yeah.
laundry room.
Yeah.
I got another little bedroom, upstairs loft. So,
Are you selling because it's haunted or anything? Or?
well, somebody did die there.
Oh gosh.
I'm just kidding. No, everything I do is in town. I'm out there by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, we were gonna retire there. Okay, my wife passed away. My kids have moved out.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's just me and the dog.
Just you, the dogs.
Now it is great. It's a very nice, secluded, fun. I was out there sitting outside yesterday with the dog. But everything's in town. My job's in town. My kids are in town. My grandson's in town. My work is in town. Music's in town.
The parties are in town.
The parties are in town. I can't do it all by myself,
Okay.
especially by myself.
So how long does it take you to get to town? 40 minutes?
10 minutes down the dirt road and then 20 to here.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah, I can do it in 30. I left at 4:30 from my house this morning, and I was at the car wash at 5.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah,
Well, maybe you'll get it sold.
it's for sale.
What kind of family would prosper there?
You know what? Someone that wants to live out away from everybody and doesn't mind the dirt road drive.
Is it quiet?
So, very quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
The neighbors across the road are fantastic. They're all lifers.
No partying going on?
No. Nope.
That's what people want.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's on the MLS, Searcy County, Pendle. You'll see my house. It's got a big copper roof, new vinyl siding, copper roof. I've gone all through it. It was a cabin. We added on.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really a nice house now. Yes.
Is it too big for you now?
It is overwhelming for me because I got 2 acres.
Yeah.
I bought a chainsaw yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you said you're going to.
14-inch battery up. I don't want to pull anything. I don't want to pull a cord to start anything anymore in my whole life because they don't start. I'm tired of yanking on cords.
Yeah.
So I just want to push a button.
Well, that's good.
And the battery works on the chainsaw and my weed eater. So I do stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But, man, you leave here at 10 o'clock, you get home, do your errands at noon, you work outside for a couple hours, you're tired.
You're tired.
Yeah, it's time for a nap.
Well, I hope you get that sold.
So, well, thank you.
Need to move to town, then you can be a party animal right here.
I already am. But everything's here. And I don't have to live right in town. We were talking about one of those loft apartments above on the square. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I could do that.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I would be interested in something like that.
Yeah, me too.
If I sold out and moved to town.
Yeah.
I'd want to put in some kind of elevator, though.
Oh,
I don't know if I don't want to do the stairs.
No. And I certainly don't want to move.
And a fireman's pole, so I can get up and down quickly.
Yeah. You know what? I don't care what age you are. That's some fun stuff.
Yeah.
We used to, when I worked for the city of Los Angeles, we would roof all the buildings. We would roof fire stations.
Okay,
so we would wait till no one was around, and we'd go up there and slide down the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like it.
Yeah. So.
Well, you know what today is?
Today is a World Equal Pay Day for women, and they should have equal pay right out of the gate. I'm sorry. That's my stand.
I don't understand
we
why
we all have brains.
Why would you want to pay a woman less?
I have no clue.
If she's qualified.
I have no clue. That does not settle
with
me.
It's kind of like Spock would say, it's logical.
It is logical. International Waffle Day, baby. Can I have a Belgian with strawberries and whipped cream?
And a little bit of chocolate chip.
And a piece of chicken on the side.
Okay, well, they do that.
They do, chicken and waffles.
Yeah, chicken waffle, Last day of the Major League Baseball spring training.
Opening day Thursday right here on the original KHOZ 315, Cardinals and Minnesota.
Awesome. I'm glad you know that.
I do.
The Old New Year's Day. It's Old New Year's Day.
Yeah, this was like the original New Year's Day.
Really?
How were those resolutions working out for you?
Not
Shall we start them again? Not.
International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery.
Oh, man.
And we got to go.
All right, we're out.
Out of time. We'll
Tuesday,
see you again.
have some tacos.
We'll be here for Hump Monday. Or Wednesday, Hump Wednesday.